Greetings, YouTubers of the world. I am Arcanum Fantasy, and welcome to this episode of the Arcanum Files. Today, we will be going over something of a rather personal topic. A being of the other free that I have a somewhat intimate relationship with. No, nothing romantic. Though, I will admit, there is a bit of a draw. A sort of strong willing to kill one another, but now I'm rambling. Today, we are going to be discussing Slendermane. Now, for those who don't know, Slendermane is the pony equivalent to the ever-infamous Slenderman. Like him, there are some, or rather I should say, there are some very great similarities. Sorry about that. These include the white skin color, or in this case, coat color, the black suit with red tie and white undershirt, and lack of a face, mane, or tail, although at times his tail is often formed from tendrils. He also can take on the form of that of a Pegasus or unicorn, but in both cases he does not possess any magic or flight capability. So I theorize that these forms are purely for aesthetic purposes, although his horn is quite sharp, I will admit, from multiple past experiences, I'm embarrassed to admit. Unfortunately, Slendermane lacks some of the abilities of his human counterpart, or have some somewhat weakened versions of them. For starters, Slendermane is able to teleport, but relatively short distances. His telepathic abilities are limited to the following: telepathy, hallucinations, mind control, and hypnosis. The only catch, however, is that he has to be within eyesight of his target. In other words, whereas the human counterpart, Slenderman, has the ability to activate his powers at a distance without being seen, Slendermane has to be within visual range of his target. Of course, seeing as he lacks technical eyes, ocular magic has no effect on him, such as, well, the very same abilities he employed with the exception of telepathy, and illusion-based magic. However, my magic eye and other such forms of ocular protection prevent most if not all of Slendermane's abilities from taking pure and true effect. However, Slendermane is not limited to only his psychokinetic abilities. In addition to invisibility, he's able to utilize his tendrils, which he can sprout from where a tail should be on his body, or from his back. These tendrils are quick, strong, and razor sharp towards the edge and tip. However, they can be damaged and severed by the right types of bladed weaponry. Though, unfortunately, most don't get aren't quick enough to get close enough to use a bladed weapon on him. Well, with, the exceptions of yours truly. Slendermane can be killed, however, though it would only be done temporarily. This can be accomplished by severing his head, but doing so will only keep him dead for approximately 3 days, after which he will regrow or reassemble himself, a new body. Slendermane's choice targets are usually mares and young children, or foals. However, thanks to my efforts, these attacks have become rather rare. Yes, I have often considered myself the antithesis of the Slendermane's goals. Those, of course, are rather unknown, as sometimes he'll even capture and take a foal or mare with him into some sort of pocket dimension, to which I have yet to find a way in. This, of course, was one of the many reasons why I tried to investigate the mirror pond, and to get a good idea on how that affected me, check out the previous video. Unfortunately, that's all I have to report on this subject. So like, comment, subscribe, and if you're feeling generous, please visit my Patreon page and leave a small donation of only $2. Anything you can submit would be pleasant and greatly appreciated. After all, every little bit counts. Also, don't be afraid to stop by my FimFiction account if you want to see some of my written works. And maybe even send a message to me there through, on what fanfics you want me to review. Bear in mind, I will only review and talk about on this channel about fanfics that are complete and are not clop fictions. Allow me to repeat that. Not clop fictions. Are we clear? Good. And now,